Performance yenu ilikuwa sawa. The thing is, out of 42 students, most of you wako above the pass mark. Only 10 students make their best effort today, sawa?
1 out of 5 girls in Kenya, aged between 13 to 19, they're either pregnant or they're already a mother. So Kenya is rated 3rd in the world when it comes to teenage pregnancy and 1st in Africa. Last year alone, 2022, we had 45,729 girls. In 2 months, January and February, they were pregnant. And out of that, 98 of them turned out to be HIV positive. Hi, my name is Sanjiri Kabiru. I'm the founder of Teenage Moms Empowerment Organization. We are striving to empower teenage mothers with vocational skills so that they can be economically stable, number 1, and number 2, they can have a skill, because no one can take away a skill from your hand. And secondly, our mission is to create awareness on the root causes of teenage pregnancy, because once you know the root causes, it's very easier to deal with the consequences, it's easier to deal with the results. We have to seek out for the root causes. So we deal with we create awareness on the root causes to reduce the number of teenage pregnancy in this nation. That's our long-term goal.
I am Penny Maua. Zared, Rushieni. Rushieni.
So my name is Daisy Nangorombi. I have been a teacher for the Teenage Moms Empowerment Organization. It's already been 5 good months for me. And so far, ever since I started, I've really been enjoying this skill. I have really been appreciative of the girls. They've been sacrificing their time. They've been really working hard and paying attention to learning, and they make it easy for me to also teach them.
But the journey towards the foundation started back early 2019. I kept on feeling like I would write in my goals, I will do something with teenage mothers. In 2020, I started sharing my story online about teenage during the COVID season. So I started sharing the story of my journey as a teenage mother, what I look back and see, how I have come to understand myself now, later years, what caused me to find myself in that statistics. And out of sharing my story, the stories, people started noticing and started reaching out. So the YouTubers reached out, media reached out, and the more I told these stories, the more girls, the more people joined me and told me like, I have been there. But also they joined me for a reason, because they didn't have a skill. They wanted something sustainable.
Okay, hi, I'm Cindy Mbinya Kioko. I'm a teenage mom, a mother of 1, and this organization, when I started, sikuwa nadhania kitu ndaenda nayo far, but venye niliingia Njeri, akakuwa friendly, akakuwa natuitia ma mentors, wanakuja wanatumentor, wanatu encourage, tukacha kufilmika, we were left out. And ni vitu mob through this organization I've been able to learn. At least I'm equipped with skills, tunaendelea kusomea makeup. Nafikiria some 5 years down the line nikikam ndakuwa makeup artist mkubwa. That's my dream.
So in 2020, we started in Korogosho with 35 girls. We did a 1-week training. It was nice, amazing. For me, I was just doing it as a way of giving back to the community. But then they kept on coming back. Can we learn more? Can we learn more? So end of 2020, officially we started in Kiambu with 20 girls. 2020 would meet even once in a week. For me, it was whenever I am free. But 2021 now, I decided let's have a plan so that these girls can have something sustainable. So 2021, 2022, trained 20 girls on art, handmade things, and makeup. 7 of them graduated, 2 of them are makeup artists.
Hi, I'm Irene Mwangi, a beneficiary of Teenage Moms Empowerment. I can see it's an organization that has helped so many moms, because most moms came here without a direction, but through this program, they have been able to gain skill, beauty, nails, makeup, and so much more.
Someone reached out, told me there's an opportunity in Dandora, and to me I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. This is just, I was doing it for charity, you know. But then when she told me there were 30 girls, and then I came, I found more than 30 girls, you know, your brain just kicks in and you're like, yeah, I would like to do something with them. And that way we realized that the scope was growing and everything was growing, and we needed now to establish ourselves as an organization.
Naitwa Rudu Arosho, ninafanya kwa Teenage Moms Empowerment Organization. Hapa as a leader in Teenage Moms Organization, kuna zile challenge tunapitia. Sometimes wasichana wanakuja, they don't even have food. Inabidi tuwa provide food. Wengine watakupigia hata usiku, wamevioletiwa, they are harassed. Wanapitia gender-based violence, maybe from their spouses, from their family members. Yule mtu anataka kureach at that moment, wanapigia gatu leader, anakuambia venye anapitia. You have to take action by that time. Lazima ujue huyu msichana utamboost wapi kwa safe space, na the next step forward. For Jerry amekuwa akigo along na wao kwa hii journey. Amekuwa akiwasaidia kuwalipia rent na provide kila kitu yenye wanahitaji. And then kwa Teenage Moms tunakuanga na zile vitu as leaders, tunawapatia food lunch time. Kuna venye tuna take care of the children, wakikuja watoto saa zingine wanasubua. We hope mtu yeyote anaweza partner na sisi, anaweza tusaidia na mattress za watoto za kulalia, anaweza tusaidia na uji, tuwapikiage mpaka uji during break time, watu wasisubue. Na kwa hii project bado kuna challenges zenye bado wasichana wanapitia. Sometimes unapata wana miss classes, wengine unaona by that time unapata amepata side hustle, hiyo siku hata attend your class. So for the teachers bado unaona tuna drag behind.
I think for me the hardest cases, let me start with the hardest, the ones that have made me feel like, well, am I really in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? Are the cases to do with violence and rape. Those ones, for me, they are traumatizing. You have to be the strong one in that situation, and the procedure and the system to go to the government and get justice. And getting justice in this nation, it's really hard. For me, that one has been so hard that every time I try to go to that space, I don't want to go in emotionally, because how do you live knowing that you've hurt another human being, you've stolen their dignity? Those are the hardest cases. I've had a couple of them, and I think one of them that was really successful was a girl raped by the uncle. She gets pregnant, the whole family doesn't want her. I took her to a school, the child dies. First we walked through the pain of her accepting that she was raped, and then after, once she has started accepting she was raped and we look like we are healing, she gets a child and the child dies. Going through that journey, for me, I wouldn't wish anyone else to go through it. I can't imagine the pain in the victim. For me, I'm an outsider, but yet I could feel the pain, you know. And after that, still, she was rejected by the family. Even after the child died, no one wanted her back. So for me, that was traumatizing. In the last 1 week, I've had 5 women calling me to tell me about their daughters. My daughter is in Form 3, Form 4, she's pregnant. Yesterday I got a call from a mother who she couldn't finish the conversation. And you know, you're on this side, you try to encourage them, and sometimes you realize there's nothing you can say that will make that situation better. A call later, she texted me and told me, allow me to just grieve this. Because for me, I was insisting, let your daughter go back to Form 4, sit for exams, even if she's pregnant. Because the worst mistake that mothers do is to take their children to the man who impregnated her and force them into marriage, because that way it looks better to the society, it looks better, it's a presentable thing. It's the worst thing that you can do. There are other cases that I have encountered. The girls we have been locked out by the landlords. They are not able to pay the rent, or physical violence. They're still young, in young relationship. Then they call you in the middle of the night that someone is beating them, or the partner is fighting them, you know. And at that moment, despite you know she's in the wrong place, first you wonder what to do. You wonder what to do. Sometimes I'm forced to leave the house to go sort those cases. Sometimes you call the authority to deal with those cases. I think that is the hardest thing. But when you call the authority, they expect you to fuel the car so that they can go and deal with that case. That is hard. And especially for a small organization where we're still, you know, self-sustaining, we do not have donors, it's really quite hard. But then, at the end of the day, she's your girl. She's looking at you as a role model, as a mother, and someone who can help her. You cannot leave her in such situation. You have to do all you have to do to get a solution.
My name is Amiri Kimahi. I work with Teenage Moms Empowerment as a volunteer. It is an organization that deals with teenage moms ranging from the age of 14, as young as 14 to 21, because the youngest we have is kind of 14 years old, and the oldest we have is like 21 years old. We have grown as an organization because the first time that we started this project in Dandora, we had a number ranging from 40 young girls who are teenage moms at the moment. Now we have a bigger number of 80 girls.
I'm Melvin Steffi. I'm 18 years old. I'm a teenage mom, a mom of 2, and I'm a beneficiary in Teenage Moms organization.
It pains me. You know, when I look at my own personal situation, when I started dating, I was 16, and I dated someone who was 20. Today, I have a 14-year-old. She tells me she's dating an 18-year-old and killed that man. Like, how can you dare look at my child that way? We need to go back to humanity. We need to go back to some good culture, morals that were there. We need to go back to humanity. That's what I can say. Let me sum it up that. And we need to really empower women, because people used to think women were not empowered back then, but this time, this season and period we're in, this is when women are not empowered. How men look at women as a sex object, that's lack of empowerment. And how a man can have a young girl and he has a daughter. Another man will have your daughter. Since you're having another man's daughter, how can we not have that in our mind? How? Like that to me, I don't know, it gets deep, very, very deep.
My name is Christine Omboi Kabugi. I'm a teen mom and a beneficiary for Teenage Mom Empowerment Organization. Mimi naweza ambia younger generation, huku nje si kurahisi, just focus on school, upate education in key everything. Sisi tungekuwa na hiyo opportunity, tungekuwa very far. So life iende too slow.
Hi guys, I'm Diana Lima. Mi kitu naweza waambia ni usikimbilie maisha. You know, sometimes ile unatakanga umalize shule kuja hapa nje, like things hazikuangi venye saa ingine tunadhaningi zinakuanga hivyo soft. Juu wengine maybe utamaliza shule, like your parents ana ile uwezo ya kukupeleka shule, alafu labda friends wako wameenda shule, inaanza kukupea ni kama peer pressure, and then you start feeling like uko lonely hivyo. So naweza waambia like take life slowly, work hard, jua kitu unataka in life, your dreams hivyo. Naweza waambia hivyo, just know what you want. Yeah.
So na tunataka kupractice that. Tukitoka hapa tutaingia pala somewhere, na ukiambiwa show up uta show up, si ndio? Tumesema after hii classes zote tutakuanga na opportunity, tutaput out there that tumemaliza classes na our girls, si ndio? tutapata opportunity za job. Tunataka ku make sure tukikurecommend hawatasemanga wale wasichana wa organization wanakuanga hivi na hivi. Itakuwa ni anytime kuna opportunity, enda uchukue wale wasichana wa ile organization.
Naitwa Ruth Kitao Wangari. Mimi ni teenage mom, a mother of one, my son Aiden Lawrence Kitao. Whatever Njeri does, I pray for her. She continue doing whatever she's doing because she's helping a lot of people. And amenisaidia sana because I'm really benefiting.
My name is Chantel. I'm a mother of one. I'm a teenage mom. My baby's name is Sheila Zawala. And I'm really proud to be here. I'm able to learn a lot, able to educate me a lot so that I can have that knowledge that I didn't have. So I'm so grateful for Njeri for bringing this program to us teenage moms.
The future plans, first we're getting into manicure and pedicure next month in June. And that's one of the future plans, is to get partners. Carrying out these trainings are not easy, they're not cheap. We are looking for partners. So one of the future plan is that if there is an institution, individual out there who would like to come and partner with us, who would say, this month I'm going to buy your food, I'm going to buy the resources you need for the manicure and pedicure, that we will have taken one step closer to the future plan. The future plan is to have vocational schools in this nation for young women. You know, this is the thing, if you empower a woman, you have empowered the society. And Michelle Obama said one thing, that I have a voice so that those who did not have a voice, I can speak on their behalf. I have a voice right now, and I want to speak on behalf of every young woman, not teenage mothers alone, every young woman. Skill, you give them a skill, no one will ever take away skill from a person. You can take away the dignity of skill, they'll be able to rebuild back.
Si niko na hii skill pale home, wale wasichana wa area wenye wanakujanga nipake makeup hivi, like nakuja na wapaka, nikiwapaka like si unapata experience, so niwapake nipate experience, like niende nikipata experience. Goal yangu nataka kufungua spa, like beauty spa, beauty parlor yenye like nafanya makeup na makucha. Hiyo ndo goal yangu, na pia kumake products zangu za beauty, so ndo ni achieve your goal. So we have to start here, kutoka chini, nikienda hivyo juu, nikipata experience nenda nikiadvance.
Sawa. So ukiona uko kwa hii list ya Passmark, you have done so well, sawa? Na haimaanishi next week upunguze effort yako ati kwa sababu wewe uko kwa Passmark, cause watu relax, si ndio? So make sure as you go home, as wherever, hadi Saturday, hiyo time yote, period yote uko nayo, if you have unshaved eyebrows, nyoa. Kama unataka practice eyeshadow, practice. Kama ni foundation inakushinda, hizi vitu ziko manageable, si ndio?
For every mother out there, your child's future is your responsibility. Period. It's not the child's responsibility. They cannot make decisions for themselves. You have to be fully involved as a mother if you want your child to succeed. If you ever send your child to school to succeed, you have to also add to that. Be the child's friend. Know who they are. Mentor them. Before they are mentored by teachers and others, mentor them as a mother. Pour into your child. Imagine that well, the way it will be rich.
Yeah.
And to mothers who have teenage mothers, there's hope. And for a girl out there who is not pregnant, avoid pregnancy at all costs. Motherhood is expensive and hard. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, everything. If you were to do 100%, you'll have to do 200% for you and for your child. And lastly, to fathers, you have a responsibility equal to the mother. There are so many companies that deal with beauty. They should come and join us. Do their CS. If there's a company that are planning to do a CS, come and do a CS with us. Come and do not just send your support, come experience us. It will be also an impact for you. At the moment, we are in Dandora, phase 5. Open Blessing Church is our church. It's the church that is hosting us. And if you want to communicate There's a number on the screen. I'm sure they will put up a number. But also, I tell people to follow me on every social media. I am Njeri Kabiru. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the future platforms. Njeri Kabiru.